Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Beyond the Metrics podcast. I'm Ishita, your host for today, and we've got a full crew today to dive into American Eagles ad with this whole Sydney Sweeney has great jeans pun, which is like super controversial. Then the Gap's Cat's Eye campaign, celebrated for its multicultural, inclusive message and praised as a win for representation. And today here I've got with me Anirudh, a representative from American Eagle, Rizal, a representative from Gap, Jessica and Tony are consumer voices, shoppers who see firsthand how ads land in the real world, and Hildan and Magfira are media ethics researchers. Let's unpack what went wrong, what went right, and what brands can learn from it. Let's start with American Eagle's side. Mr. Anirudh, American Eagle's representative, would you mind sharing the logic behind this viral campaign? And why did you choose Sydney Sweeney for this ad?
Hi, Ishita. Well, how do I put it? When I look at purely the numbers perspective, she was the perfect choice. She has a huge following and appeal across all genders. And looking at only the short-term gains which American Eagle has made, our strategy is a sure shot success. Our stock price surged to 23%, adding $400 million to our market value. And especially this happened after Trump praised our marketing initiative. And we gained over 100K followers on Instagram after this particular ad. Believe it or not, we were a struggling company before this, and we have reached a staggering market cap of almost $2 billion today. And no offense to anyone, but we were only focused on creating a great ad with Sydney Sweeney rather than stirring up unwanted controversy.
Thanks, Anirudh. So, as a customer's perspective, Jessica, did this campaign connect with you at all?
Honestly, my first thought was just, oh, cool, a new jeans drop. But then I realized that the ad wasn't really speaking to someone like me. Like, as an avid online shopper, I noticed how brands portray their ideal customer. And with my Asian body type, finding jeans that fit is already so difficult. So when brands keep showcasing the same tall, blonde, Western look, it feels people like me don't count. Representation matters because ads show people who feels included. If I constantly feel invisible in your campaigns, why would I stay loyal? Like American Eagle could have avoided this by testing the ad with a truly diverse group with different ethnicities, body types, and cultural backgrounds. When brand neglect that, they don't just risk offending people, they also risk losing trust and long-term loyalty. Good marketing isn't just selling jeans, it's telling customers you belong here. And in this case, I didn't feel that at all.
So I do see your point. Here we also have Hildan, a media ethics researcher. Hildan, what's your impression about the campaign?
Okay, I think my very first impression was really shocked Ishita and Jessica because the model doesn't really represent the whole customer. We in the Ethical Media Research Association, we believe when it comes to the marketing, it is not only about creating appealing message or choosing the biggest influencer with millions of followers. It's about picking the right person who can represent the brand values and also connect authentically emotionally with the consumer. Especially as we know that like international brand like American Eagle, they should more aware about this. And secondly, it seems they solely rely on the short-term goals. They made the video more viral and then generate the money or sales, but they neglect about the long-term objectives like brand reputation. And we believe that reputation is as important as revenue. When you neglect it, you will lose your customers. And that exactly happened Ishita and Jessica, because according to the Forbes 2025, that American Eagles foot traffic dropped to 9%. We can imagine how the consumer wants to a very authentic respect and also consistency, not only a trendy advertising.
Thanks, Hildan and Jessica. Now let's look at Gap's contrasting approach. Here we have Rizal, a Gap representative. How did you avoid the same pitfalls and the recipe for this huge campaign success?
All right, so thank you for having me, Sheila. What we did differently is basically we broadened our research. So instead of focusing on one specific method, we combine them. So we conduct surveys, observations, social listening, and even ethnography. For your information, ethnography basically studying the customer behavior online and understanding their perceptions on genes, identities, and love. And that's how we come up with the concept of using Cat's Eye, a multicultural girl group with diverse members from different cultures. So the concept of our ad is not about promoting one look, but it's about celebrating different look to our product. As you can see, the result just within 2 weeks, we got like 400 million views of ad and also get like 8 billion impression across platform. So we believe that we want to have long-term loyalty and trust from our customers. So that's why we did something like that. And we believe that inclusivity isn't just about the ethical choice, but is a smart business choice. And there's even like a data from UN study that shows if you include inclusivity in your ad, then there's like 60% of customer trust and also 15% of customer long-term partnership with you. So that's why we did what we did. Thank you.
Great insights, Rizal. From an ethics standpoint, Magfira, where did American Eagle miss the mark and how did Gap get it right?
Well, it's very interesting actually, Ishita, because the core issue with American Eagle's approach was actually representation bias. They essentially built the campaign around one face, one look, and assumed it was universal. So this is obviously building inequality into their strategy from day one. Meanwhile, Gap took a different approach. They have successfully applied inclusive research, as we can see from the ad, right? They listened to real conversation online, tested across different cultures, and followed the do no harm principle. And this actually aligns with SDG 10, which is reduce inequalities. Because SDG 10 is basically about ensuring everyone gets equal opportunities to participate in society and also in market. So when you look at the ad, American Eagle's ad seemed to say only this type of person matters, which is Sydney Sweeney, while Gap's ad seems to say, let's understand how different communities actually engage with our brand, which is represented by Cat's Eye. And see, you are seeing two completely different philosophies about who gets to be part of the campaign.
Right. And Tony, how did it feel from the customer side?
Well, this reminds me of that the other day I saw the advertisement, white clothes make the white choice tagline on the tram. Basic social listening would have flagged out how problematic that phrasing was. Instead, the campaign had to be pulled because there are a lot of backlash on social media. And for this jeans case, I would definitely be more likely to walk into a Gap store now than an American Eagle one.
Exactly, Tony. Research isn't just about short-term sales or metrics. It's about avoiding harm and creating inclusion. And we can see here, Gap proved that inclusivity can be both ethical and also profitable.
Thank you, Tony and Magfira. So, what would you tell brands to do to avoid these research disasters?
Okay, the main idea is always test the inclusivity on our marketing campaign. Representation isn't always nice to have, but it's part of risk management strategy. And me, as an ethical media research association, I want to give two advices. Firstly, the company or every business practices should have a basic knowledge about sustainable development goals. Number 10, especially reduce inequalities. How they can do by this? First, they should avoid a racism tone. And secondly, they should pick the right models to represent the diversity. Because nowadays, the research from the World Advertising Company 2023 said that more than 59% of people are more like to see diverse and inclusive marketing. I think Ishita, this is a very good momentum to win the customer loyalty. And for the second, the company or the brands need to avoid what I call as a research stupidity. It happens when the company launch a campaign just only based on the level surface data or shallow research. They should avoid this and they should implement exploratory research such as cultural background that affect the buying behavior, which eventually can lead to brand reputation. So I think the marketing will best works when the research goes beyond the surface and reflects who customers genuinely are.
Right, I completely agree with Hildan. Too often, companies jump straight into campaigns without fully understanding why people buy or don't buy their products. I mean, good research isn't just about asking, what's your favorite brand? It should be about digging deeper into cause and effect relationship that shape consumer behavior, such as social influence, economic constraints, or even cultural values.
Yes, agree with that. And remember, customers don't forget how you make them feel. If you make me feel invisible, I will shop somewhere else. If you make me feel seen, I will stay loyal.
Exactly. American Eagle's controversy, Gap's success, and White Glow's disaster showed two parts. One where research widens inequality and one where it reduces it. Done right, culturally sensitive marketing research isn't just smart business, it's a way to build a marketplace where everyone belongs. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this podcast and being part of Beyond the Metrics. And stay tuned for next week.
We're thinking of reduced inequalities as our main topic.
SDGs number 10.
Because we want to focus on inclusivity.
And so we think that there are actually quite good examples of what's happening today that we can use as our cases. One of them is, Sydney's Whitney controversy now?
Yeah, we can use it.
And also we have
like then has used another algorithm.
With cat's eye.
yes.
Yeah.
Then who gonna talk about it? Like from which side?
Yeah, for the consumer because we don't have any theories like we don't really know much about it.
Let me share the screen. From my side, I would say that it's actually not that bad to choose Sydney Whitney as the brand ambassador because he basically has a lot of like male and female followers in the US. So I believe that is actually a good choice for the marketing team of American Eagle to choose her. And also the jeans and jean is actually kind of like catchy.
I think for my part, I add the ones that's new in green. I don't know if I should add like the last part. Like this shows that even Gap has a better secondary data collection. It's like I'm trying to relate it to the
Theory.
to the theory. Yeah, I don't know. Or do you think it's better if I just say it like, oh, this shows that even Gap has better at observing people than American Eagle, so it's more natural. Which one do you
I
think?
think it's more natural. Right.
I think American Eagle part is fine, but Gap, I don't know. I just added just in case to integrate it to the theory.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fine though. I mean, the topic is basically about research, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
have to make a team though. Like it's not like don't be like there's like just random like student activists and like I think there should be like a
Specific
different line,
roles,
yeah.
yeah.
But there's just like student and activists just like randomly talking like that.
You mean like
And
make
then-
the businessmen like they come from A and one comes from the
Yeah, what do we can do like Ishita and me, like for example Ishita asked like what's like what's the logic behind that ad and I was like, yeah, like,
Do we need to like change the whole script now, or we can like modify it from what we have? Okay, let's go. Yeah, I think we can make it longer though. Yeah, it's your energy. Yes, thank you.
Oh, the foot traffic rate decreased 9%. Where should we include it? It's Hildan's part.
Yeah.
when I saying like I would feel more likely to go to Gap store
Yeah,
than
than
A
the-
ones, and I'm actually seeing this happen.
Yeah. How do you say the counter one?
A research.
75% of consumers agree that brand inclusion reputation affects their buying behavior.
Oh, okay.
So, what's the name of our podcast? I think it's really important. The Insight Room.
Do you think it has to be something to do with marketplace?
Beyond the
I love it.
metrics, I like because it doesn't.
Yeah, mathematics as well. Okay.
It's also like to the point. Yeah.
Yeah, beyond the metrics.
This is a lot of time on name.
Is there any part like says how we can do to do a good research?
I mean, the good research here is basically like to include everyone because it's related to SDG 10s. And also, there's like, if you notice from last week materials, there is like 6 or 7 ways of good research. There is like number 6 or number 7, I forgot, which is more to like choosing your correct customer.
So for the first scene, there will be no ad airing, right?
Or we can do it as like the whole Sydney has a great genes like that.
I think yeah, because basically like the controversial actually about the genes versus genes, right? Which coming from the context where still highlighting basically like a parents and child genetic things. So yeah, great genes.
Yeah, like so me being the American Eagle representative, I'll not try to address the controversy, but I'll just try to move away from it and just talk about numbers like all the market cap and stock prices and so on.
Okay.
From the media ethics side, me and Magfira will discuss more about how brands to conduct an ethical practice, such as include some inclusivity on their advertising.
My part, I will talk about how this relates to SDG 10, how this represents the pitfall of the research, like representation bias.
But what about you, Tani?
Okay, so as another consumer and as a consumer that spend a lot of time on social media, so I will talk about the other controversial advertisement that we find, which is the white clothes make the right choice.
Okay, guys, I think that's all from today. See you.
See you
Thank
there.
you,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.